Today's Tuesday, July 17th, 2018, and welcome to the Music Business Blitz. Sales of smart speakers are growing fast. The independent research company Quotas Analytics recently released a study which indicates that the installation of smart speakers, think Amazon Echo, Google Home, and Apple HomePod, will approach the 100 million barrier by the end of this year, making it almost 2.5 times bigger than at the end of 2017. In addition, Quotas also expected continued growth, more than doubling in size to reach 225 million units of smart speaker sales by 2020. Amazon will apparently lead the growth with their Echo devices accounting for over 50% of the installed base in 2018, while Google's Home series will account for about 30%. For all you Apple fanboys out there, got some bad news for you. Apple's HomePod models are only expected to account for 4% of the 2018 smart speaker installation base. Now, America will continue to lead the growth of the smart speaker installation by accounting for 64% of the world's smart speaker owners in 2018. In China's coming in second place, accounting for 10% of the world's smart speaker owners. So you can see, America, we love our smart speakers. Now, it's not surprising that Amazon is leading this growth, as their speaker is coupled with Amazon's ecosystem, which we all thought that was the route Apple was going to succeed in, but apparently they have not done close to enough to start edging out a lead. However, it's pretty clear that hardware will start to quickly affect and impose its will on the music industry. And to be honest with you guys, it's already started, because of the last report that was released by Amazon Music Unlimited. They stated that the service has doubled its subscriptions in the last 6 months. And it's pretty clear that this uptick in subscribers is probably driven by the sales of Echo devices. Now, it should be interesting to see how Spotify will address the situation, as they'll either need to exclusively partner up with a hardware manufacturer, or probably a better bet at this point in time would be to focus on partnering up with Google or Amazon so they can take on Apple. Are quotas for streaming services a good idea? This is a very interesting question, and in recent news from our friends over in Australia, their music, TV, and film industries have recently joined forces to lobby the Commonwealth government for an update to the streaming service content rules. As it currently stands on other mediums, broadcast radio has quotas that have existed since 1942, and television has quotas that have been around since 1961. However, as you can probably guess, nothing of the like has yet been implemented on streaming services. Now, the Screen Producers Australia, SPA, and APRA AMCOS, which is an Australian and New Zealand music rights organization, have provided the local government with a proposal that, one, would require streaming services to hit a specific quota of including 25% of Australian music on locally curated playlists, and two, would also require these companies to spend 10% of their revenue to support local production. Now, on paper, this proposal seems like a great idea to sustain and even grow the local music scene. I mean, South Korea, they invested heavily in K-pop, and they are killing the game right now. So it's natural for others to follow suit once they see a potential idea play out successfully. However, do you really think that the streaming services will play ball at this point in time? I mean, they currently hold all the cards in this game and could easily threaten to pull their services from the local markets. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this actually plays out. Hip-hop and R&B genres are dominating the streaming game. If you're an artist in the hip-hop and or R&B genres, then I have some fantastic news for you. You sitting down? Are you sitting down? Nielsen Music recently reported that every 1 in 3 audio-only streams in America fall under the hip-hop and R&B genres. Every 1 in 3. That is pretty damn good. Likewise, these genres are also doing very well on YouTube, covering 34.2% of all on-demand video streams. Again, guys, nice work, nice work. Now, what's interesting to me is that we are experiencing another revival of these genres, and I believe it's thanks to the mass appeal of Drake, Migos, Kanye, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Post Malone and Cardi B. They all dropped albums very recently, and that's just to name a few, right? It's very interesting to see this time 3 years ago that hip-hop and R&B was not on the upswing, right? That was dominated by what? Taylor Swift. EDM was getting huge back then. Dubstep? Probably wasn't 3 years ago, probably was longer than that. But anyways, you get my point, right? It all takes time. Music is very cyclical, and it's very cool to see hip-hop and R&B kind of bringing themselves up in the mainstream on streaming and on-demand video service. So now I'm curious to see what the next wave will bring us, because who knows, man? Is it going to be rock? Is it going to be metal? Is pop going to come back? Who knows? No one really knows. So I guess all we can do right now is keep our ears to the underground. I say no one really knows, but that's what the job of these A&R guys do. That is their main job. Guys and gals, it is their job to bring the next new big thing to a label. And talk about stress. I definitely envy all of you A&R folks out there. So that is all I have for today. Hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. I appreciate you tuning in. Do something nice for somebody today, and we will catch back up with you tomorrow.